Hello boyos, Rich Boy J here, back in with another video, and we finally have official images of the 20th anniversary 2019 LEGO Star Wars sets, so let's jump right into it. We're going to go from smallest to largest, so that brings us first to the 75262 Imperial Dropship. Comes with 125 pieces and it retails for $19.99 US. This is probably my favorite set among the new ones, and really not because of the build, but more specifically because of the minifigures. Of course, whenever we get new versions of troops, the biggest concern is, okay, how am I going to get a bunch of them? Am I going to be able to replace the dozens and dozens of ones that I bought previously with these guys? Will they be easily accessible? And this set makes that possible. Obviously, this is a remake of the old Imperial Stormtrooper Battle Pack, and I'd like it. I like the fact that it comes with the 3 Stormtroopers. That is the best thing about this set, in my opinion. I don't feel like the build is anything to write home about. I mean, it's decent, it's not awful, but I can't see this as something that I would build a bunch of and like use in any mocks. But like I said, the figures are the primary draw, and it definitely does deliver there. The only thing that concerns me is the price point. This set is priced at $20 US. It only has 125 pieces, so price for piece is not ideal. But the bigger concern is the fact that, okay, obviously this is supposed to be a remake of a battle pack. However, it's not officially a battle pack. It's priced at $20 and they do not refer to it as a battle pack. So my question would be then, why is it still including stud shooters for the blasters on the stormtroopers? Usually in the battle packs, we'll get the stud shooters, but any set above that, they'll give us the normal blasters. I was hoping that because this was a $20 set that it would include the normal blasters, but obviously that is not the case, and I think that's a little disappointing. But otherwise, I'm super happy that we're finally gonna get an easy way to army build these new troopers. Like I said, the price is not ideal, but the fact that these figures are going to come in a small, relatively cheap set in a nice quantity, i.e. 3, I'm happy about that. It is also worth noting that this set is going to come with the original Han Solo figure. That is the exclusive 20th anniversary figure that's going to be in this set. He has a Megaflone blaster, which is kind of funny because Han Solo always had the revolver, so I don't know, I guess I just wanted to give all these guys Megaphone blasters as kind of a throwback. Next set is going to be the 75261 Clone Skywalker. This is the remake of the original ATRT that came out, I believe, in 2005 with the original Episode 3 wave of sets. At first glance, everything in the set looks really nice. It comes with one of the Dwarf Spider Droids, which is actually a nice plus. Comes with one of those like barricades that the Wookiees set up, also very nice. And it also comes with an oversized ATRT. So here's the thing, like the ATRT, it looks very good. The ATRT actually looks great. It's probably the best looking ATRT we've gotten, but this still continues the trend with LEGO making these things too freaking big. Like, look at it, it's absolutely massive. ATRTs shouldn't be the height of 5 minifigures stacked on top of each other. They're not that tall of walkers. So this continues the trend with LEGO just making these things much bigger than they should be. And that's a little disappointing, but otherwise it's a decent set. I think people who like this era, like the Kashyyyk battle, obviously if you have the droid gunship and the AT-AP, then this will go right along with it. But for me, this is kind of a disappointment just because, once again, the AT-RT is too big. A lot of people probably won't be bothered by that because the build looks so nice, but it is something that I'm concerned about. We still don't really often get like nice, accurately sized AT-RTs, so that's a little bit of a disappointment. But looking at the exclusive figure, we got the Darth Vader, which is pretty cool. He's gonna have the 20th anniversary print on his back. And next up, we have the 75258 Anakin's Pod Racer. This one has 279 pieces and it's gonna retail for $29.99 US. I love this set. So I think it's a considerable upgrade over the last Pod Racer we got. The biggest thing that sticks out to me is the fact that they're using the Palpatine like laser blast as the I don't even know what you'd call it, but basically the component that links the 2 engines together. So I think that's a great use for that part, and since I have a vast collection of custom pod racers, I'm probably gonna customize mine and replace the 1x8 bars that they used to use and use these pieces. They look much better representation of what they're supposed to be. The build, I think, looks very nice. It has even more detail than the last Anakin's Pod Racer, which I was a big fan of, so that is definitely a plus. The biggest thing that sticks out for me in the minifigures is, of course, the Padme figure. Now, this is an Episode 1 Padme. She has the teen legs, so we're finally gonna have the debut of the medium-sized legs in Star Wars minifigures, which is absolutely awesome. But the other thing that sticks out is the fact that she has a new custom hairpiece. That is freaking awesome. Look at that. That is just beautiful. I'm so glad they decided to give us a new version of this. We've been pretty much using that same bright hairpiece from the first year of Lego Star Wars sets. Like, they had really just been using that first one for every type of episode 1 Padme figure since then. But finally we have an update to it, which is absolutely amazing, and I'm actually really excited about that. Anakin figure looks like what we've gotten many times over before, so nothing super exciting to write home about there. But this set also does include the 20th anniversary pilot Luke Skywalker figure. He has his blue lightsaber, no chrome hilt, which is kind of disappointing, but hey, it will be cool to once again collect all those specialty versions of the original minifigures. So this set definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Next up, we have what is probably the most disappointing set of this wave, and that is the 75259 Snowspeeder. So anyone who watched my video on the most overrated Lego Star Wars sets knows how I feel about these Lego Snowspeeders. And once again, we get the same basic design, and I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. At this point, I'm convinced Lego's never going to change this design. Like, if we're still getting the same basic design, the same cockpit piece, the same nose piece right in front of it, the same blasters on the sides, like, I'm not convinced that they're ever going to change it. So I don't like the way it looks. I don't think it's a good representation of a Snowspeeder. Like I said, there are many mocks that do a better job at recreating it. And I do want to preface it, this is my disclaimer, I understand Lego is not going to be able to produce sets that are at the same quality of mocks. They have far more things to consider. But given that it has been so many years that they've used this same design, I feel that they could have at least taken some steps to change it up, some steps to make it look more accurate. However, they still just stick with the same basic design. That is my biggest problem. One positive, however, is that while it is the same cockpit mold, it does have a new print on it that looks a little bit more accurate. So I guess that's a plus for this set. The little satellite gun is actually a pretty nice build, so I think I'll actually like having that. I'm guessing they felt the need to make up for what was the worst set of this wave with the best exclusive figure, and it looks like they did that. If you're looking, that's the Cloud City Lando figure. Obviously, he has a few updates, namely it uses the new reddish brown for the face, and he has the print on the back of his torso. But from what I'm looking at, it looks like the cape is the same as the original. I was concerned that they would be using the spongy cape, but from this picture I'm looking at, it does not look like the spongy cape. It looks like the old school paper types of capes they're using. So if that is the case, I'll have to get the set to actually find out. Then that would actually be really nice, because that cape is the most expensive part of that original figure. So if it's not, then hey, we're good to go. Now, one more thing I did want to say about this set is Lego officially has me just puzzled with the use of the new helmets. The one positive I was hoping, that would come out of this set, regardless of what happened, was going to be basically a standard version of the new helmet mold, and they did not use it. We're still using the old helmet molds, which really leads me to believe, like, maybe they're just going to abandon that design altogether. Like, we've had 2 sets now since they came out with, actually, technically, we've gotten 3 sets now since they came out with that new helmet mold. We got the Advent Calendar with Blue Leader, Merrick. We also got the Juniors version. We also got the 4+ version of the X-Wing with Luke Skywalker. And now we have the Snowspeeder with Luke and Dak, all using the old versions of the Rebel helmet. So, I mean, did they just abandon the new helmet altogether? Or is that just going to be a blip on the history of Lego Star Wars, that one weird set that had the dual molded helmet? I would certainly hope not, but this set does not leave me optimistic. The other last thing about this set is that it comes with a new version of the Hoth Trooper. Looks pretty nice. I think that the lack of leg printing is probably the biggest disappointment about that figure, but of course it'll be nice to load up my Rebel army with more of these Rebels from Echo Base. And now for the biggest set of the 20th anniversary sets, we have the 75243 Slave 1 20th anniversary edition. It has 1,007 pieces, retails for $119 US. And looking at this thing, it is actually beautiful. I know a lot of people were hoping that we were going to get a Jango Fett version of the Slave 1, so this may leave some people disappointed. However, I feel Lego has more than made up for it with the just design of this. It really just looks like a shrunken down version of the UCS one, which is best case scenario because the UCS set is just so freaking great. It looks amazing, and this one kind of continues with that. It looks very accurate. It's actually a very nice build. This isn't a set that I personally would probably buy. I would only just get the Zuckuss figure from it, because while this one does look very nice, I feel the UCS version is obviously minifig scale, so I would want to have that in my collection. I have no use for this set in my collection, but that is not to detract from the build. Anyone who wasn't able to get the UCS version, I think this will be fine as a replacement for it, because it is system scale. It's a little bit cheaper, but it still does maintain a very good aesthetic. So I give Lego 2 thumbs up on this build. It looks freaking awesome. Let's talk about the minifigures. So from the picture, it is unclear if it'll come with the Han Solo that gets frozen in carbonite with his white shirt. It could be under that little mold right there, who knows, but I want to assume that it does not come with it. But looking at the other figures, the one that everyone's going to go crazy about is, of course, Zuckuss. It has been many years. We finally have completed the 5 bounty hunters that Vader meets up with on his Superstar Destroyer, so that is the main draw to this set. A lot of people who probably already have the UCS one are going to get this set, for one, because of the build. The build looks really nice, but 2, because of that exclusive Zuckuss figure, and I can totally understand that. From the looks of it, the Forlom is the same that we got in that battle pack. Boba Fett doesn't look to have changed too much. It also does come with the Han Solo figure, and I believe that's the exact same one from the UCS Millennium Falcon. It's not the one from Cloud City. Cloud City had the dual molded boots. This one does not, which is disappointing, but I understand why they would do that. They want to keep that figure exclusive to the set that's still on shelves right now. The other thing is we're going to get the original Leia. She has the yellow face, the old school version of the earmuff headpiece, and megaphone blaster, which is also pretty funny. But yeah, all in all, I think this is definitely the best set of the wave. It is a shame that because I have the UCS version, this isn't a set that I would personally want to get, but I can definitely see a lot of people going out and picking this set up. It looks amazing. That Zuckuss figure is a huge draw. So that's going to finish up my overview of these sets. Definitely know what you guys think about this. Which of these are you planning on getting? As kind of a closing statement for this video, I want to say that this wave is overall pretty good. I think that the standouts are, of course, the Slave One, Anakin's Pod Racer, as well as the Imperial Dropship. The Snowspeeder is yet another dud. You can just throw that one out. It's the same design that we've been getting for years now. Not too much to write home about. The AT-RT, while I feel is a very good looking build, it's still way oversized, and I personally just don't see myself getting too excited for that set. But like I said, let me know what you guys think about these sets. That's going to finish up the video, guys. Like I always say, if you like what I do, go ahead and support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by smashing that subscribe button, and I'll be back again very soon.